This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 12th day of August in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Billionaire Guyanese businessman and gold dealer Tamesh Jagmohan has denied claims of being part of a gold smuggling ring, as claimed by his former gold buying agent and fellow gold dealer Junior Bashk. In a late-night statement on Monday, Mr. Jagmohan said he is aware of the allegations made against him by Junior Bashk. He described the allegations as false and damaging. Jagmohan explained that Bashk worked as his gold-buying agent several years ago, but their association ended over concerns about alleged unethical business practices by Bashk. The well-known businessman said he categorically denies all of the allegations made in an interview with Bashk, adding that he has always conducted his business in strict compliance with the laws of Guyana. He said the timing of the claims, which he described as unfounded, is suspicious and raises serious questions about the motives behind their release. He said all legal options are being considered, including proceedings against Mr. Bashk and any individual who may have influenced or facilitated the statements. In an interview conducted by senior journalist Travis Chase, Junior Bashk made several serious claims against Mr. Jagmohan and other business persons, who he said are directly connected to the top of the government. The interview was reportedly conducted by Chase back in March of this year, but was not released by him. The interview appeared on the social media pages of political and rights activist Melissa Atwell, known as Melly Mel, last evening and this morning. Jagmohan's statement to the media was released last night after Atwell shared snippets of the interview. This morning, she released a more than 40-minute long piece of the interview with Junior Bashk that was conducted by Travis Chase. This is not the first time that Jagmohan has distanced himself from allegations of gold smuggling and money laundering. In August of last year, he denied reports that surfaced online that alleged that he was under investigation by the U.S. authorities over reports of gold smuggling and money laundering. In the interview with Travis Chase, Junior Bashk spoke about allegedly working along with others in a number of gold buying and selling deals that allegedly involved the importation of Venezuelan gold and its mixing with local gold before declaration and sale to the local gold board by senior gold dealers. He also made claims of the involvement of senior government officials in gold mining schemes and the alleged payment of their cut through middlemen and relatives. There has been growing concern by local authorities and U.S. authorities over the alleged movement of Brazilian and Venezuelan gold into Guyana and various methods of money laundering involving that gold, as well as illegal gold exportation. More news coming up in just a moment.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Join us for the International Building Expo 2025 at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence. From August 14th through the 17th, you can explore the latest in building and construction, get tips from the experts, and network with top professionals. But it's also a weekend of clean family entertainment. We have live bands and local artists performing each night. Admission is easy on the wallet. Kids under 12 are free and adults are only $500. The grand opening happens Thursday, August 14th at 5 p.m. Gates are open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday through Sunday. Bring the entire family to the International Building Expo 2025 and build some memories together.
Miss Shirley, help me out now, please. Why everyone telling me I must exercise my right to vote? Mean that time for that? Why must I vote?
Why must you vote? That is your constitutional right and civic duty, my child. Besides, think about this. Government officials make decisions that affect the well-being of you, your family, and community. By voting for a party of your choice, you will be electing the people who will be making these very important decisions. If you don't vote, then you will allow the people who vote to choose government officials without your input. Those others may not share your views about issues that matter to you.
Wait. Is so much voting means to me? And I the playing the fool? I definitely gonna vote on election day.
For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Well, let's tell you now that Vice President Jagdeo has stated that the government of Guyana will have to look at implementing stricter regulatory mechanisms to prevent gold smuggling, which continues to affect the country's revenue and small and medium-scale miners. In an interview last evening on the Starting Point podcast, Mr. Jagdeo said the government of Guyana has made serious efforts to arrest the situation. He claimed, however, that foreign nationals, including Chinese nationals, are now involved in the illegal gold trade locally.
Problem is when you charge people for smuggling, they get bail. Smuggling gold. And it's harder to charge them for money laundering offense. So we now have to strengthen the charges that we place on those people. That's one.
The current government has repeatedly been accused of turning a blind eye to gold smuggling. But Mr. Jagdeo has denied those claims. He said steps have been taken to address the issue, including restricting the purchase of gold from specific dealers. He noted that recent sanctions on businessman Azruddin Mohammed over allegations of gold smuggling has put many other gold miners at risk.
Of the illegal gold smuggling, it put the sector at risk because we had to fight off. We just got into office and the Canadian said, we don't want to buy gold from Guyana anymore because we're worried about contaminated gold coming into your system. At that time, when we just got in, they were worried that Venezuelan gold was coming through into our system and then being re-exported.
The vice president noted that concerted efforts have enabled local authorities to pinpoint new tactics being used by gold smugglers. Some of the efforts, he said, include the establishment of a task force and a rigorous assessment of gold declarations being made from time to time. The task force, which is comprised of the Attorney General, the Minister of Finance, the GRA Commissioner General, and the head of the Financial Intelligence Unit, along with the Governor of the Central Bank and representatives of the Guyana Gold Board, has already identified loopholes in the existing regulations, and work has started to update those regulations, Mr. Jagdeo said. Well, another billionaire businessman and government contractor has stepped forward to deny allegations linked to him by gold trader Junior Bashk. Businessman Satinarayan Sahadio, also known as Sonna, issued a statement this afternoon through his Vals Construction Company, denying several statements attributed to him by gold dealer and businessman Junior Bashk in an interview with journalist Travis Chase. In his statement this afternoon, Sahadio said the allegations made against him are entirely false and are baseless, misleading, and designed solely to damage his personal and professional reputation. He admitted to sharing a friendship with Junior Bashk for more than 25 years and claims that during that time, Bashk provided him with loans to support his mining operations. He said he borrowed more than $799 million from Bashk and has since repaid him over $1.6 billion, which he said more than doubled the amount that he borrowed. He said Bashk is now claiming that he owes him an additional $460 million, adding that the demand is based on a unilateral and unjustified increase in the interest rate of the loan from 5% to an exorbitant 10%, which he said he never agreed to. Jagdeo admitted that he stopped making further payments because he considered the alleged demands by Bashk to be excessive and exploitative. He said when the payments stopped, Bashk allegedly started to make wild, defamatory, and political charge allegations against him. Jagdeo denied allegations that he is engaged in improper dealings with government officials, including the president, and acts as an agent for government contracts and corrupt payments. He said the allegations appear not only to be part of a calculated campaign to damage his reputation, but also the reputation and image of high-ranking public officials. He also denied being in business with the president or any promises or awards of government contracts from the president or any other public official. He said he has never paid nor been required to pay any percentage of any contract to the president, the president's mother, or any individual acting on the president's behalf. Jagdeo also said he has not and has never been an agent, proxy, or financial intermediary for any public official, including the Minister of Natural Resources, adding that he has had no involvement in any scheme to transfer mining shares or mining blocks ownership to government ministers. He also said he has never facilitated or promised any portion of mining interests to any minister or channeled payments to them, adding that the allegations are entirely baseless and are made with the intent to mislead and defame. Jagdeo said there is an active legal matter before the court between him and Bashk concerning the financial claims which were made by Bashk against him. He said the dispute is being addressed through the proper judicial process, and he remains committed to allowing the court to determine the facts. In May of this year, the High Court handed down a decision in the matter, ordering Jagdeo to pay Bashk over $400 million. It is unclear whether the matter was appealed. Jagdeo, in his statement, complained that Bashk has allegedly continued to act with hostility towards him. He also expressed concern that he was allegedly personally contacted at one stage by businessman turned politician Azruddin Mohammed regarding the alleged outstanding amount that was owed to Bashk. The businessman said he is committed to conducting all of his affairs, personal and professional, with integrity, transparency, and in full compliance with the law. Meanwhile, in a separate statement today, businessman Junior Bashk indicated that the interview that he gave to Travis Chase should not have been released without his permission, or unless he was harmed. While the interview was released this morning by rights activist Melissa Atwell, known as Melly Mill, on her social media pages, it was conducted back in March. In his statement today, Bashk said he apologized to the president in June over allegations made against the president's mother and her alleged involvement in the collection of money. Bashk said the information was relayed to him by Jagdeo, who now claims that he never provided such information. Law enforcement authorities in Guyana have been informed of a threat to the life of the Director of Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, James Singh, according to multiple reports. Senior law enforcement officials have confirmed to news source that information about the threat was received by the local intelligence and law enforcement community from international partners. According to reports, the threat is believed to have been made by key drug players in neighboring countries in South America and the Caribbean, and may be as a result of a number of recent drug busts here in Guyana that appear to have disrupted several key drug trafficking operations. Contacted today, the Director of CANU, James Singh, confirmed receiving information about the threat against his life. He said the information was shared with local police as well as CANU's international partners. Mr. Singh said the threat is being taken very seriously, since it is not being seen as just a threat against him, but also a threat against the Drug Enforcement Unit. He said based on reports, it appears as though the threat against him may be linked to drug traffickers in either Venezuela or Colombia. News source understands that the reports of the threat came shortly after a number of recent drug busts that have been tied to cartels in both Colombia and Venezuela. Guyana has been working with the U.S. and other countries to clamp down on the drug flow through this country. Just recently, the U.S. government announced sanctions against a senior Guyana police officer and 2 Guyanese businessmen over their alleged involvement in a South American drug trafficking ring. While the U.S. released details of their alleged involvement, the investigations locally have not led to any arrest, although the senior police officer has since been sent on administrative leave.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
The APNU Coalition campaign now moves to Region 3. Reading Hoop on Friday, August 15 from 5 p.m. Come hear from our candidates. Come hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts people first. Come hear from our Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others on Friday, August 15 from 5 p.m. Reading Hoop will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU, putting people first.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
I got a real problem, buddy. I want to vote on election day, but I got to work a 12-hour shift every day from Monday to Friday. From 6 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, boy.
I got the same problem. I registered to vote in Kitty where I live in, and I walk in till up in Linden. And I only get Sunday for go home, and then back again Monday for work.
You know, truly speaking, the hours you work in and the place where you work should not prevent you from voting.
Really? How come?
Listen, the law makes it absolutely clear that employers should give time off to their employees so as to vote. All you have to do is inform your employer that you need time off to exercise your constitutional right to vote.
For real? That's exactly what I can do.
Hey, me too, buddy.
Yeah.
I didn't do that so bad.
For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-027729 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
Contrary to popular belief, voting is easy as 1, 2, 3. On the ballot paper, provision is made for you to vote twice. Once on the top section where you vote for the general election and once at the bottom section where you vote for the regional election. All you need to do is look for the name and symbol of the party of your choice in the top section for the general election and mark your X in the empty box next to the party's symbol. Then, look for the name and symbol of the party of your choice in the bottom section for the regional election and mark your X in the empty box next to the party's symbol. After you have voted, you are required to fold the ballot paper as shown by the election official. Dip the first joint of your right index finger in indelible ink and place the ballot paper in the ballot box. You will then have to leave the polling station. For further information, contact GCOM's hotlines at 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Banking heavily on a second gas energy project, even as the first one is still to be completed, and the construction of a deep water port in Region 6, President Irfan Ali believes investments in those and other projects will create enormous job opportunities in the Berbice region going forward. Addressing supporters at a public meeting last night in New Amsterdam, President Ali assured residents of the Berbice region that his administration will grant special incentives to citizens to support the two mega projects when they come on stream. Additional incentives, he said, will be given to support the transformation of Palmyra into an industrial and manufacturing hub in the Berbice region.
We are going to give special incentives for the development of the industrial zone there at Palmyra, manufacturing and agro-processing zone. More importantly, we are going to have a municipal airport right here in your region so that opportunities will be created.
The municipal airport that will be similar to that of the Eugene F. Correa Airport at Ogle and the ongoing construction of the International Stadium at Palmyra are among investments that are expected to further catalyze job opportunities in the Berbice region, Mr. Ali noted. He said to ensure Guyanese are better positioned to capitalize on those opportunities, the government will invest even more in training.
What are these investments going to do? Create jobs, 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 higher paying jobs. But more importantly, you have to be trained for those jobs. We are going to invest in developing the technical capacity and capability, expanding the technical institute here so that you can be trained right here to take up those jobs.
Further, in addition to a menu of fiscal measures including tax reduction and cash transfers and investments in housing and water, education, health and agriculture, infrastructure and social services, President Ali is promising to tackle crime and security in the Berbice region. He said his government is cognizant of the need for safer communities.
You want safe communities. You want your family to grow up and live in a safe environment. That is why every single light post will have street lights. You will have the CCTV cameras. And we will build out the policing infrastructure. I love you too. We will build out the policing infrastructure to support your communities.
The president said his party, the People's Progressive Party, is committed to providing Guyanese with a better life. But he noted in order to make good on those commitments, his party must win overwhelmingly at the upcoming elections. The president told residents of the region this is not the time to stand on the sidelines, emphasizing that citizens must secure the best possible future for the country by giving him their support. Well, Guyanese are among nationals from 15 countries that have been added to the United Kingdom's Deport Now, Appeal Later scheme, which targets foreign nationals who commit crimes in the United Kingdom. The policy, according to a BBC report, allows the British government to send foreigners who commit crimes in the UK back to their home countries before they can appeal against the decision. Nationals from a total of 23 countries are on the list, with Guyana being the only CARICOM country on that list. Other countries named on the list include Canada, India, Australia, Angola, Botswana, Indonesia, Uganda, Zambia, and Latvia. British Home Secretary Yvette Cooper has indicated that the expansion of the scheme is to prevent foreign criminals from exploiting the UK's immigration system and fast-track their removal. Foreign nationals who have had their claim refused will be expelled from the UK and can take part in their appeal hearings from their home countries via video link, the Home Office explained. Previously, offenders were able to remain in the United Kingdom for months and even years, while their cases worked through the appeals system. The British government has argued that increasing deportations will ease the overcrowding crisis in its prisons. Agents of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit arrested 4 persons on Monday along the Parika public road on the east bank of Essequibo, following the discovery of more than 9 kilograms of cocaine. In a statement, CANU said its agents were conducting an operation in the area at the time and intercepted a motor car with several parcels of the large amount of cocaine. CANU said a search at the residence of one of the suspects led to the discovery of a Taurus pistol along with a magazine containing 14 rounds and several other bags of cocaine. In total, CANU said the seized cocaine weighed more than 9 kilograms. The 4 suspects remain in custody as they assist with the investigations. Their identities have not been released by CANU.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
The APNU Coalition Campaign now moves to Region 3. Reading Hoop on Friday, August 15 from 5 p.m. Come hear from our candidates. Come hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts people first. Come hear from our Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others on Friday, August 15 from 5 p.m. Reading Hoop will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU, putting people first.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
Turbo with a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250 ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up with a turbo 250 ml at your favorite spot. Wait, sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with turbo can. Turbo can, turbo can, turbo can. Now available in the new 250 ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
What's going on here, man? Why the two of y'all look so gloomy?
Uncle Joe, you know thief man been in we house and thief all we valuables, including we ID card. Now election come around and we want to go vote. We ain't get no ID card to identify ourselves. Now we can't go vote.
Well, you need to apply to GCOM to have your ID cards replaced. But you need not worry that you won't be able to vote because you don't have your ID cards. GCOM has put other measures in place to accurately identify voters like you who may not have your ID cards.
But how they gonna do that? How they gonna know is we name on the list if we don't have ID to prove it?
In addition to your ID card, voters can present their valid passports or valid driver's license if they have these.
Really?
But further, GCOM has placed your photograph alongside your name on a folio which will be at the polling station. And if you go to the polling station without a photo ID, you will be asked to state your name and address. The elections official will look at your face and then compare it with the photo alongside your name on the folio to confirm that they are the same. Then you'll have to answer some questions to verify your identity. If the election official is satisfied that you are the person who you claim to be, you will be allowed to vote after taking an oath of identity.
So you get to vote?
For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-027729 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Across the region tonight, let's begin in neighboring Brazil, where Brazilian President Lula da Silva and Chinese President Xi Jinping have discussed the role of the BRICS group of states and bilateral business over a phone call, according to the Brazilian president's office. The leaders spoke for an hour yesterday, agreeing on the role of the G20 and BRICS countries in defending multilateralism, Brazil's presidency office said in a statement. The statement said both presidents also highlighted their willingness to continue identifying new business opportunities between China and Brazil. Just last week, the Brazilian president said he will initiate a conversation about how to tackle Trump's tariffs with BRICS nations after Trump dubbed the group anti-American and threatened them with additional tariffs. The Chinese president Xi Jinping called BRICS a key platform for building consensus in the global south and said China is ready to work with Brazil to set an example of unity and self-reliance among major global South American states, the Chinese media reported. In neighboring Trinidad, the second autopsy conducted on 6-year-old Gisher Francois found he experienced a sudden and severe heart problem while receiving intravenous medication at a hospital in Trinidad and Tobago. This appears to have caused his heart to fail in pumping enough blood, which damaged his kidneys and led to swelling of the brain from the lack of oxygen. During a crisis, he vomited and inhaled the vomit into his lungs, which caused severe lung injury and contributed to his death. The findings suggest the likely trigger was an adverse reaction during IV medication. Pathologist Professor Hubert Daisley noted that the finding was his preliminary opinion, with final confirmation coming after further lab tests on tissue samples and toxicology. He conducted his second private autopsy on Sunday in San Fernando, Trinidad, after the parents of the young boy rejected the first autopsy conducted at the San Fernando General Hospital on Friday. The young child died the previous day at the hospital after being rushed there with an ailment. And finally, tonight, international news. Gaza City has once again come under intense air attack, the territory's Hamas-run civil defense agency has announced. According to a BBC report, Mahmoud Bassal, a spokesman, said a number of residential areas for the past 3 days have been hit by bombs and drone strikes, which caused massive destruction to civilian homes, with residents unable to recover the dead and the injured. Meanwhile, the UK, the EU, Australia, Canada, and Japan have issued a statement saying famine is unfolding in front of their eyes, and they've urged action to reverse starvation in Gaza. They have demanded immediate, permanent, and concrete steps to facilitate the entry of aid to Gaza. Israel denies there is starvation in Gaza and has accused UN agencies of not picking up aid at the borders and delivering it. The joint statement also demanded an end to the use of lethal force near aid distribution sites and lorry convoys, where the UN says more than 1,300 Palestinians have been killed. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to have a safe and enjoyable night.